Microphone would be handy. Microphone would be handy. Welcome. This is the pre-video video. This is the pre-video video for the DOOOM vlog episode 48. I'm just welcoming you here. Be prepared just for the beginning of the beginning. And then we're going to begin after we begin. So just stay tuned, guys, because I'm not quite ready yet, but I'm about to go live. Live. It's busy here. We'll get into introductions in a minute. Here we are. So let me just go to what I normally do, and we will go from there. I'm going to mute the microphone though. Okay, so I'm muting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome, guys. Welcome. The microphone's on. The microphone is on. And close to me. So close to me. Welcome, everybody. See, further away, you can see my young one's top. Yeah, can I do it? Can I do it? I should do a different mic setup. It's always in my way. Welcome. Can you see my top? Look. Old school. Old school. Yes, the young ones. We love the young ones here. And I had my hat. Can we see my hat? Oh, yes. I don't know, do we see it? I'm guessing we can see it. Yes, we can see it. What's the hat from? What's the hat from? Big Trouble in Little China. Yes, legendary movies. Welcome, guys. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, younglings. Welcome, oldlings. That's not probably a real word, but welcome, movie buffs. Welcome to all the people that collect physical media, toys, pop culture, who just love that slice of life. Welcome to you all to episode 48. That is so close. We are like creeping like fog in the mist, in the forest, in the graveyard. Closer, ever so close. Creeping like a runner that has not one bit of energy left in them to continue, but to crawl closer to episode 50 of the Doom vlog. We've been doing this for a while now. We don't have a huge following, and that's okay. I wish it was more, but you know, if wishes were fishes. Look, ultimately, I am very pleased to have the people that subscribe and follow. Is it anything up? Is any of that owed to YouTube? Well, yes, the negative stuff is owed to YouTube. Not a fan of YouTube's algorithm. I'm sorry, YouTube. I know I'd like to say you're doing your best, but you're really not. You kind of give a little tiny smidgen of what I do to the people that follow me, which is a weird way of doing things because they subscribe. But anyway, let's not complain. Let's not complain. There's a lot of complaining going on around here. Welcome to episode 48 of the Doom vlog, where we discuss everything that we just discussed before, movies and sundry. Look, I've got some things to talk about tonight. My hat is cut off. What is going on? I had this all framed so well before, and now my hat's cut off. Let's fix... oh, that's not right. Let's fix Roddy up here. I'm sure we can fix Roddy up and keep myself in the picture as well. I do feel like I'm slightly on an angle. Is that better? No, up, Roddy, up. There we go. I think we're sort of better. I think I've just stuffed everything up. That's okay. Let us angle that slightly that way so I'm in the center. Where was I before I completely stuffed up Roddy's job? Yes, we're here to discuss all the fun stuff. So welcome. So we have another episode. I'm feeling a little bit out of sorts after that camera move. We're here to have fun. We're going to talk about beer. We are going to talk about Let's Get Physical Media, one of the episodes where I talk about what I've been finding. I'm also going to be adding movies that I've been going through my collection at the moment, this Blu-ray shelf here. That's being slowly, you know, all the DVDs are going to be removed from it. And we're going to be putting Blu-rays in there. So I found some behind this desk that's going to be discussed as well. We didn't find them, or we did ages ago, but we're going to talk about them anyway. I didn't find that much this week. So we're going to talk about other things. So we're going to talk about Let's Get Physical Media. Beer first, Let's Get Physical Media. Then we're going to talk about the news. We have news. If our alcohol hasn't kicked in fully by then. Then we're also going to talk about Umbrella Entertainment and their awesome sale they had recently, and also their catalog, because we love Umbrella Entertainment. I say we, it's me and Roddy and Mike, Roddy and me in the Doom room, in the Neon Doom room, I should say, for the Doom vlog. So we're going to discuss, and we love Umbrella Entertainment. I don't think Umbrella Entertainment knows how much I love them. I should actually do a video on Umbrella Entertainment in the near future, just because I just have so much of it up here. I have so much of it. Many of it I haven't even opened yet, and I would love to do that at some point in time, just to show off my Umbrella Entertainment collection. I highly recommend that if you don't follow Umbrella Entertainment or buy from them, that you do. If you are already in the physical media world, go ahead and you know, expand outwards. If you're in another country, you know, Umbrella Entertainment has a lot of great stuff, you know, in their collection. So we're going to have a long chat about Umbrella Entertainment and their catalogue and their sale. There's a lot of things I want from Umbrella Entertainment. Look, I've been very lucky in the last year, fortunate to actually make a bit of money to be able to put towards Umbrella Entertainment things because, you know, as with collectibles, they're not cheap. Some of them are not cheap, but I'm not saying that in a negative way. Look, everything that is worth something costs money. So, I mean, I've gone from being a very, very cheap individual when it comes to what I collect to being a realist, I guess you would call it, because the things I want I'm missing out on, I need to buy, and I can't find those in op shops. So, you know, I've turned a corner. I've turned a corner. Roddy knows I've turned a corner. Anyway, we've gone too far without all the introductions. We're going to talk about Umbrella Entertainment amongst all those other things. And I think we're going to sort of maybe play around with a few other options for the rest of the evening. Just depends how much I ramble. All right, so let us do the introductions. We left them till last, which is abnormal. I'm BZ. Welcome, guys. I don't have a bumper to show my name, but you've heard my name many times before. If you haven't, I'm BZ. This is my room. This is my room of doom, the Neon Doom room. You may have wondered why you're calling it the Neon Doom room, because my favorite era is the late 80s or 80s to 90s, early thousands even, when there was a lot of action movies and science fiction movies and B-grade movies that had neon in them and a lot of doom. You know, you've got Split Second, you've got plenty of them out there. Don't make me list them. You've got, you know, lots of movies there. Dark Angel, you've got, well, I wouldn't say neon was in that movie, but you've got Escape from Absalom, and you've got, you know, you've got your Total Recalls, and you've got all those action, classic science fiction movies that had neon and doom in them. And you watch them and you're like taken away to a special place. If you grew up in that era, you knew. So let me not ramble any further. So, yes, Neon Doom Room. Welcome to Neon Doom Room. I am focused on by a certain individual who I couldn't do this without this individual, without this mechanical individual. This mechanical individual is by the name of Rotten Roddy. Rotten Roddy. Rotten Roddy is here. He's my camera. It, she, it, they, he even. I don't know. Roddy's never told me. Roddy is a silent observer. Rotten Roddy is my camera. Rotten Roddy has earned the moniker Rotten Roddy because Rotten Roddy has been quite rotten in the past and stopped working when I really need it, him, they the most. So welcome Rotten Roddy and Mike. Mike, well, you know, I couldn't name my microphone anything other than Mike. And Mike doesn't say anything. I do all the saying. And really, Rotten Roddy and Mike, they get along, but they never really talk. You know, such is life. So here we are. We've got Rotten Roddy, we've got Mike, we've got me, and up here, oh my God, every single time, up here on the monitor of doom that is nicely blurry, we have a movie. Every week we play a movie up here. I haven't been dinged yet by YouTube. I think it's too far away and it's too blurry in the background for me to be dinged. So, yeah, there's a movie here. I wonder if you can guess what the movie is. You may guess. I have mentioned this movie in the past. Many people may not get this movie. This is a bit of a deep cut for some people. Bit of a deep cut. I don't want to mention anything about it, really. It's science fiction. It's got robots in it. You can probably see them. It's pretty squishy. It's pretty bloody. Pretty weird. Pretty badly shot. I can't even hint at the movie company. I can't even hint. You'll get it straight away. You will at least get the movie company, and then you'll figure out the movie after that. So I'm not going to hint at anything, but try to please guess this movie. Cyborgs, 80s, really badly shot. I can't explain more than that. If you can guess what it is, I'll be very, very grateful and very happy. The last person who guessed anything was Mr. Mark McBride, who may or may not be here this evening. Oh my God, I need drinks soon. The yawning didn't begin until I started endlessly talking. So welcome everybody. We had one view. That person's dropped off. That's okay. I've let everybody on the Instagram know that I'm here. They'll either watch now, or if you don't watch now, that's okay. You can be replay crew later. In the meantime, I would love it if you could subscribe. If you could subscribe, you can always unsubscribe later. That's the thing. Subscribe now. Subscribe now. If you don't want to subscribe, that's fine as well. I can't make anybody do everything I want them to do. You can always like or comment or share. You can even dislike if you like. I don't mind. Everything is interaction. I'm a small channel. I've got 155 subscribers. I went up from 149 recently to 155, so I'm very grateful to my new subs. My chat, for some reason, is not working. Why is my chat not working? This is very odd. Yes, me. That's me. There, please. Why was my chat switched off? That's very bizarre. Very bizarre indeed. It's all right. I'm switched on now, so I can type in here, hello, hello, exclamation mark. I don't know. Can't do better than that. Welcome, guys, and let us move on to our very first segment. Before I go ahead and do the first segment, though, I do want to ask you how you're all doing, because I do get comments on Instagram, and yeah, it's really nice to have that interaction on Instagram. Instagram isn't super bumping for me. I am, once again, a small channel. I need to stop the yawning. Stop the yawning. Yeah, so it's nice to have communication with people on Instagram. It's nice to have communication with people here, especially when people drop in, have a chat. That banter makes everything happen on this channel. Literally, I know that not everybody wants to jump on. It's Saturday night. You know, you're probably like partying up in the club. Might have to move this to another night. Maybe partying up in the club is interrupting everything. But yeah, I choose about 1:30 in the morning to start this, and we'll see how it goes. Now, also, it's the end of daylight savings in Australia tonight. So by about 3 o'clock in the morning, sorry, Mike, by about 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to go back in time. So I'm going to get an extra hour, which is awesome because it's extra time to watch a movie. So 3 will turn into 2. Then I'll have, like, what's that? 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll have about 4 or 5 hours up my sleeve, which is awesome because I got lots of umbrella entertainment movies to watch here. So I will go ahead and do that when that happens. In the meantime, we are here in the Neon Doom Room. We've got a movie to guess up here. Over here on this TV, I have got The Bad Batch playing. I'm not watching that, obviously. I'm not watching that. I'm concentrating on the channel. And on the VCR, I have got, not The Phantom Menace, I've got Attack of the Clones playing. It's been playing every week. I can't be bothered removing it. It's a nice long movie. I just have that going. I've got this movie up here. I've got Attack of the Clones, and I've got The Bad Batch playing over here. So, and it's all for a bit of splashy light and the lava lamp. Oh, and I forgot one other thing. Hang on a second. And you can't even see it because my body is blocking it. So I don't know why I bothered putting it there. But there is a light in the corner as well, which you won't be able to see because of the microphone. So I chose a really bad spot for it. Yeah, maybe not the best spot for it. Maybe I should put it up a little bit higher. I should swap it with the Stormtrooper. Give me a second and I will set that up. It's really a bad location. I'll do it afterwards. I'll do it afterwards when I'm going to get beer. All right, let us move on to the next part of our episode, which is Mark McBride's favourite part of my episode. If he's here, we get to have a beer. So let's go ahead and have a beer. I have a little video to show you tonight too. I did some building today. Actually, it's been more than today. It's been something that's actually been driving me a little bit crazy at the moment. But I got most of it done. Not perfect, but done. Oh, I'm 52 years of age and I can't do anything but yawn. All right, let's move on to our favorite episode, which is, of course, beer. Welcome to Beer, where we drink a beer. It's pretty simple. It's pretty self-explanatory, really. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we have a beer at the start of this channel and we drink our way through the majority of it, with maybe a couple of biology breaks or bio breaks where I get to go and have a pee. But look, maybe I won't. Maybe I will. I'll surprise you. So let me go to the fridge of doom, which is just there, slowly getting covered in stickers, and we'll get a beer out and we'll have a chat about physical media after we've cracked that beer. The thing is, it's not a beer tonight. It's not a beer. I actually broke tradition and I've got something else. I'm going to show it to you. Hang on a sec. Hang on a secarini. Let me put it on to, what can I put it on? Let's put it on this grumpy picture. Hang on a sec. You'll still be able to hear me. Or maybe I'll mute myself, like now. Hang on, hang on. All right, all right, all right, all right. I got my drinks out. Hang on, let me find Roddy. Roddy, there we go. Roddy. That light never works. I don't know how YouTubers get their lights to work in the background. It's meant to say on air, but it just, you can't see there. Yeah, it's meant to say on air, but you think I can get that to focus? I can't. Now it's focusing probably on that more than me. Focus on me, camera. There we go. All right, so we're back. The microphone's working. I hope you can hear me. Can you all hear me? Can you all
hear me?
Can you hear me?
Can you all hear me?
I hope you can hear me. It's time to have a beer. Let's have a beer. No, we already did that. Let's not do that again. All right, so here we are in the Neon Doom room. No live viewers. Mark's probably asleep. That's okay. Or he'll wake up soon and jump on. Right, let me show you what I got. I broke tradition. It's not really beer, but it is an alcohol. I've got a cider. Apple. How original. Amber Orchard Cider. 4.6% alcohol volume. Now I have a fractious? No, what's the word? Fractulous even, if it was fructose. Fractulous relationship. There is a word, fractious. I know there's a word. A relationship with cider. Some ciders are foul, as far as I'm concerned, and some ciders are wonderful and delicious and enjoyable. I think Strongbow probably made me have a fractious issue with ciders in the past. But, you know, Strongbow is not the only cider out there. I've had the Three Oaks from Aldi. That was pretty amazing, but very, very strong. Come on, Rotten Roddy, come on. Let's open it. Now I've got a glass here. I've got my Grolsch glass, but because it's cider, I got some ice in here. In my Grolsch glass. Grolsch. Got some ice to go with the cider. .6% alcohol volume. I'm not going to do a beer advocate for it. Why should I? Smells quite alcohol forward. Don't know if that's a good thing. Sometimes it can be a very bad thing. Let's try it. So it looks just like cider. There's nothing much to say. There's not really a head or anything on it. Yeah, it's actually quite nice. Not too bad. No, I'm not a huge, excuse me, I'm not a huge cider person. Not a huge cider person. I like cider. Sorry if I'm making gulping sounds into the microphone. When I hear other people do that, sometimes it can be a bit off-putting. Okay. Here we are. That was it's actually okay. It's actually 4.6. I've got a lime and vodka in the fridge. If I don't end up enjoying this very much, we'll mix them up. Get myself tippy. My moustache is bothering me. All right. So here we are. Let's move on to the very first proper segment that we have tonight. Still no live viewers. That's absolutely okay. What I think needs to happen though is I always end up choosing the wrong thing. No. Where is it? Where is it? Should be right here. Oh, there, film and animation. Let's move this to, we'll try that. Let's see if that works. Let's see if this does anything. Saved. Perfect. All right. We're going to move on to our first episode while you're trying to guess what this movie is up here. Except I need Roddy to pay attention, Roddy. Pay attention. Focus. Focus, Roddy. Okay. That's better. I know he's focusing because it gets brighter in here, not dimmer. All right, we're going to do Let's Get Physical Media. We're going to talk about all the physical media that I've found recently, which I've got to tell you is not a whole lot. I haven't really had a chance to go shopping much, though I have done some online shopping. I've got some mail. I don't have any mail tonight. I haven't had a lot of mail recently. I have pulled back on buying over the internets, over the interwebs recently, and I've basically I think I've just been a bit more frugal. Now, having said that, I have been going to places like CEX, which we now have in our shopping centre close to us, and found some pretty beautiful things, which you've already seen last week. You saw that. I got some great stuff from CEX. Now, having said that, I mean, if I buy something it's a bit hard to find from CEX, it's going to cost money. You know, secondhand, you might be paying $30, $35 for something that you really don't want to pay, but you're not going to find it anywhere else unless you order online, overseas. Rare Waves often has good things. But I've been very frugal. I've been very frugal with what I buy, and I think the thing is, this room is already full. Yes, I'm trying to build up my Blu-ray collection. I'm trying to get on top of what I should have done a long time ago. I've managed to get by on DVDs for the most part. I have a huge horror collection in DVDs. A lot of it is very hard to find on Blu-ray and costly as well. Hard to find and costly. So some of those things are going to be a little bit tricky to get my hands on. Now, having said that, I have ordered a bit of a goat for me on Blu-ray just recently. I'm going to wait for that to arrive in mail that I've been wanting for a long time. I'm an old movie fan, and I've got a movie coming that I think will make everybody happy. If that's your thing, if you like that kind of movie. I've been a huge fan of some of these older movies for a long time. I don't even own some of these on DVD just because of how hard they are to find. Now, not so much back in the day. First time I watched some of those was on VHS, and then obviously on DVD at some point. There are movies out there that you would think would be easy to find. They're just not easy to find. And if you're buying Disney, for example, I mean, a lot of movies that are really old Disney are really hard to find. Like The Black Hole, I owned back in the day. I owned that on DVD back in the day. And then I got rid of my collection. I left it behind somewhere on my way, on my travels back and forth. And then I ended up trying to buy it again. It became really difficult to find. And I don't even know if it's on Blu-ray. I'll have to look that up. But I'm always hunting. I'm always searching. I've always got eBay things open. I've got Umbrella open. I've got Who was I looking at today? If my phone will open. Yeah, I've just got other distributors open all the time on my phone and looking them up. So if you're interested in finding stuff, you're always hunting. What I'm doing more likely than I used to do would be right now is looking at what's available through a distributor like Umbrella Entertainment, 101, Vinegar Syndrome. You know, I got a ton of different stuff here. You know, I got 101, I got my New Kids. I got New Kids on 101. Still hasn't been open. This comes with the booklet and the movie. I mean, obviously, you know, you have to go hunting. You have to look up for what you want. And those kind of things, they're not really, unless you're prepared to pay a fair bit of money. Like I got my imprint of Death Valley. That didn't cost me a ton. That was luckily in JB Hi-Fi. But, you know, that's got the slipcase. You know, you have to hunt. You're always on the hunt. And if you're not interested in hunting, then, you know, maybe this isn't your thing. That's okay as well. But nowadays, for me, it's like, well, I want a movie, and the movie's just not available unless you go through a distributor. And they're important. Distributors are very important. Regardless of how I feel about maybe producers or actors or the politics of film, I'm not going to knock distributors. I mean, yeah, we're going to have opinions about some or other that, you know, come up here or there, but we're not going to knock distributors in the whole run. They play a part in making available movies that are no longer available. Now, I'm not a 4K collector. A lot of YouTube channels are 4K collectors, and that's okay. That's your niche, then that's your niche. Many people that are 4K collectors are also Blu-ray collectors. Many 4K collections do come with a Blu-ray as well, and that's okay. That's absolutely fine. That's an ecosystem that I'm not in. And if I'm not in that ecosystem, doesn't mean that it's not important. So, and I know I'm sounding like I'm just sort of taking the middle ground, and I don't mean to sound that way. And oftentimes I'm not that way when it comes to an opinion. But if you don't have an availability for something, then you need to find it through someone. And if you can't find it at all, there isn't any for anyone. The only thing I would probably pick at is some distributors have like small quantities that are available. I don't really understand that. If you're spending money to make money, why you would have only 1,000 available, that to me kind of drives me a bit mental, because it's like, well, what if I want one and they run out because they sell out in the first 5 minutes? How does that help anybody else that didn't get it in the first 5 minutes? Oh, they'll re-release it in a month, or they won't. Who knows? That's what I don't like. But when it comes to distributors in general, they're important. If you don't have a distributor that's supplying a movie that has gone out of print or is really hard to actually find a copy on DVD, then obviously you're not going to have the things that you want. So yes, I'd like to say thank you to those distributors out there, regardless of others' opinions and maybe my own when it comes to certain things. They play an integral part, so thanks, guys. It does mean that, you know, I can go to places like Rare Waves in the UK. So I do buy from the UK, mostly because they share a region code with us in Australia and Europe. So, I mean, some places in Europe it's a little bit harder. But there are ways to collect. There are ways to collect things. Even if you want to have an Australian release, sometimes you won't. Australia feels like we get the arse end of everything, to be honest. I mean, if it wasn't for places, distributors like Umbrella in Australia, we wouldn't have as many things as we would have had before. So it's very important. I want you guys to sort of consider that as an important thing. I think I'd just like to see more movies from yesteryear being put onto Blu-ray, and not just 4K. I don't want you guys as distributors to be thinking 4K is the only thing. I know I love seeing this 4K and Blu-ray, but continue doing Blu-ray. There are people that I don't have a TV. There are people that don't have the TV, the Blu-ray player, 4K player, the sound system, I don't even have a soundbar yet. That's been on my to-do list for a long time, just get a soundbar, because my volume, I have to put it up to like 80 or 90 sometimes to get it to a reasonable level. But some people don't have the technology or the means or the money or the finances to get the technology. I would say keep making Blu-ray, because DVD might be a thing of the past. You're still producing DVDs. Keep producing Blu-rays. Don't just slap them in with a 4K. It's very important that we still have the option for Blu-ray. Now, I don't know why I continued on with this for so long, but I love collecting. And I think out there, if you're a collector, you're welcome on this channel at any point in time. Jump into the chat. If you've got something to say about what I'm talking about, please go ahead and let me know in the chat. Or if you watch this as replay crew, I do have a strong replay crew. Please go ahead and put that in the comments. That is always welcome. But we're going to talk about Let's Get Physical Media. And did I play the bumper? I don't think I did. Did I? Let's play it again. If I haven't played it, let's play it again. Because we're going to talk about what's going on in physical media at the moment with me. And we are going to talk about the things I've found recently. Usually I have a lot to talk about, but I don't have a lot. That's where I started this conversation. I don't have a lot to talk about in terms of Blu-ray or a lot of things in general. I have bought a few things. I was talking about mail. So I've got a few good things coming in the mail. And I told you this channel's a ramble channel. So I'm going to ramble, and that's just what I do. So that's just, please welcome to Ramble Town. We're going to change that to that. We're going to save that. So let's move on to Let's Get Physical Media, so I can talk about the things I've collected and some of the things I've pulled out of my shelf recently. All right, let's go to the bumper. I can't remember if I played it. Let's play it again anyway.
Let's get physical media. I wanna get physical media. Let me hear your movies talk.
Let me hear your movies talk. All right, so let me take a sip of this. Cider that is a little bit alcohol forward. It will go away after a few cups, I'm sure, of the Amber Orchard cider. Let's top it up. Let's top it up. I'm a bit scared to throw the can in the bin because the bin's getting a little bit full. Let's talk about the physical media that I have found recently. It is, like I said, not a whole lot, but there's some value there. There's some value there. Why wouldn't there be? Let me get the stack. Let me get the stack. All right. I'll put it up here on the shelf that I will show you a video of very, very soon. Sorry, Godzilla, out of the way. The very first one is the one that is showing on my thumbnail. I recall this movie back in the day. I cannot remember if I've seen it. I don't recall that I've seen it. It's possible that I haven't. Very clean. But I remember this movie back in the day. And when I found it, I was like, oh yeah, this movie. It was like a thriller. It's a thriller for sure. An ingenious one at that, because it tells me on the back. Samuel L. Jackson. I don't know if anyone's ever seen this one. The Caveman's Valentine. Anyone seen the cave? Why is my lighting like that? Come on, Roddy. Come on, mate. Focus. Focus, Roddy. The Caveman's Valentine. Samuel L. Jackson. There you go. Out of the mouth of madness came the terrifying truth. It's a thriller. So, how do I explain it? A amazing musician, Mr. Samuel L. Jackson, at the height of his popularity in the rich bourgeois world of music and art. He's a musician, star-studded, and he's married, he's got a kid, he's doing well. Ends up getting schizophrenia. And then he ends up becoming extremely delusional, losing everything, and lives in a cave somewhere in a park. So it's about him becoming basically a hobo or a bum, living in a park in a cave. Hence the Caveman's Valentine. Then somebody he knows who is transient, who is without a house, someone that he knows, I'm thinking it's a girl, I can't remember. This is the insinuation in the Caveman's Valentine. He finds them outside his cave dead. And he's trying to figure out who did it. He tells the police just kind of brush it off as like, oh, well, another hobo has been killed, big deal. But then he wants to find out. So he goes on a mission to find out who killed his friend. And to do that, he has to hide his schizophrenia, reintroduce himself back into the world of all the people he used to know when he was a well-known musician, and make a comeback as a musician. All the while trying to hide his illness, hiding his schizophrenia, using his inner circle of people to find out what happened to his friend. And that's the thriller. The thriller is finding out how and who and why. So very interesting. And I love the title. There's something about the title and that era of movies. What year was it? Can we excuse me, Mike? I'm going to say 2000, early 2000s, maybe. This could be just a distribution date. It says 2000 on the dot. 2000 Valentine Productions. This DVD is in 185.1, and also that's anamorphic, I think, but it doesn't say that. And also 16:9 enhanced. So I don't know. Has anybody seen The Caveman's Valentine? I don't recall it. Doesn't jump to mind, but I've seen a shit ton of movies. I've seen hundreds upon hundreds. I'd say thousands even movies over my years. And this one was an era movie that I can't remember. So there you go. That's the first one. It was only $1. It was only $1. One buckaroo bonsai. Quite happy about it. It's just got, it doesn't have much on the inside. Just a picture of him playing piano. I'm assuming he was a concert pianist. So that's number one. Numero uno. All right, next one. I already own this, but I own a very scratched copy that's open. This is brand new. And this is nothing to write home about. I'm not showing this to you because I think it's our high art. Because I don't think it's high art. Sorry, to stop the yawns, let's have another drink. I just think it's a bit of fun. I don't know if anyone's seen it. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. I already own this, but I found it, and the disc was a bit worse for wear, but I still have it. I'm going to have to swap it out. Found it for $1, and it's sealed. It's new. So a new disc is much better than a very used disc. A new disc is better than a used disc. It's a bit of a ridiculous premise. It's like Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, though I don't have that. I'd like to have that. Abraham Lincoln, who is, before he's the president of the United States of America, he's a vampire hunter. I wonder if Trump's a vampire hunter. I think he's too slow and fat and complacent, sleepy to be a vampire hunter. Tim Burton presents a Timur Bekmambetov. Let's start again. Tim Burton presents a Timur Bekmambetov film. Evil fears the hunter. I would have liked it if this had more of a reason why he's that. Like, I'm guessing that I'd have to watch the movie to figure that out, but it doesn't have much on it. It does have special features, dark secrets, book to screen making of featurette, and audio commentary with writer Seth Graham Smith. So I don't know, could be fun. I reckon it could be fun. I'm not very picky like that. I can be very picky about movies, but when it's a movie like this, I know what I'm getting. I know what I'm getting. I mean, I can still pick at the writing. I can pick at how it retains my attention throughout the whole movie, but it's sealed and it was $1. So I'm going to have to find the one that I have somewhere in that horror shelf behind me and swap it for this one, because I've got a huge selection of movies that I'm moving on. Huge. I want to do a video on how huge that selection of movies is, and so I've got some good ones too. I picked this one up Hang on, let me just fix this up. Anyone guessing this movie up here? Anyone guessing the movie? I've got 2 live viewers. Thank you very much for dropping in. Anyone a fan of Fargo, the movie? Anyone a fan of Fargo? I haven't checked this. Hang on, let me just double check. Yeah. Anyone a fan of Fargo, the movie? The original movie? I'm a fan of the original Fargo. It's a very great, kooky thriller. Well, I found the TV series that my wife was completely invested in. She watched the whole thing without me. We tried to watch it together. It doesn't really work out. Come on, yours. Have I made anyone else yawn by me yawning? If I have, I'm very sorry. Well, I found season 1. It is season 1, yeah. The first season of Fargo. There's, is it Billy Bob Thornton? Yeah, Billy Bob Thornton and Bilbo Baggins himself, Mr. Martin Freeman. The complete first season. Look, I've seen, I think, most of first season with my wife before she went rogue and completely watched the rest of it by herself. Oh, and who's that girl? I know who that girl is. Isn't she... Hang on. I'm not very good at remembering names. It's not going to tell me, is it? Alison Tolman? Maybe I'm not remembering the name right. I've seen a lot of this on YouTube come up. The discs are very clean. I paid $4 for this. I was going to say $1. $4 for this. It's got all these actors in it. It's quite brutal and still very, very kooky. So, really cool. TV's best new show. Said that about everything. But Fargo, season 1. Look, I just picked it up because I didn't realize they'd released it. But I guess they released a lot of things. I'm getting used to the Netflixes and the Disneys not releasing shit in Australia, which is very frustrating, I got to tell you. Very, very frustrating. So I got that. $4. That was worth it, I reckon. Here's a classic. Here's a classic I remember from back in the day. Disc is smudgy with a few light scratches. Very clean. Bill Paxton. Who else? Chris O'Donnell, Bill Paxton, Robin Tunney, and Scott Glenn. Anybody want to guess this movie? It's an action outdoor adventure movie. I remember seeing this. I don't know if I saw this in the cinema, but I did definitely rent it. Oh, stop it. I can't do this. It's so late. I'm getting an hour back, though. I'm getting an hour back later on. Vertical Limit. Anyone remember Vertical Limit? I remember it. Bill Paxton. What a legend. Chris O'Donnell's good in this as well. And what was her name? Robin Tunney, The Craft. Robin Tunney from The Craft. Rotten Roddy's doing a good job of paying attention. Let's all thank Rotten Roddy. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it back in the day. Look, I don't know if I'm so much into, you know, the cliffhanger style action adventure, but there was a lot of movies made around this time. Vertical Limit, there was a couple of other ones, I don't remember the name of them, but they were basically like, I think it was K2, wasn't it? K2? I don't remember. I might even own K2. I've collected so much, I'm forgetting what I own. But this was one of them, Vertical Limit. You know, where they get you scared of heights and send you on an adventure. We're going to climb this summit. Oh, bad weather's coming. Oh, there's like bank robbers or whatever. Like this one doesn't have bank robbers in it, but it's lots of bad scenarios happen. And they've got to try and rescue themselves or get rescued from the top of the mountain. Someone's ego gets dissolved along the way. But you got great people here. You got great actors. And for $1, can't really go wrong, except for the fact that I got to fit it into my collection somehow. I'm trying really hard to reduce what's in my collection. But it gets hard when you find things that you want to, buy. This one I've had for a bit. I think I might have done it on another episode of something, maybe the Doom vlog or something else. But I love this movie, and I found it. I think I brought it inside so my wife could watch it. It's really not in good condition, though. I mean, I bought this secondhand off eBay. Look at that. I think I paid $15 for that, but look at that. It's got like a ring of death on the inside of it. I'm a bit scared of that. But you can't find this movie out and about. You can't find this movie out and about. And that movie, I could try to clean it, is Multiplicity. Look, if you want a funny comedy with some classic actors in it, Michael Keaton, Andy McDowell, this movie is really funny. Like, he duplicates himself 3 times more. So he ends up with 3 different versions of himself that act completely different from one another, including one that's just dumb and does dumb things. Better living through cloning. Now, I'm a bit worried about the state of that disc, but I guess I'll have to wait and see. But I'd already bought that. I just wanted to show it to you. This one I picked up. I own it. I swear I own it on VHS. Still got the still got this stupid thing. Come on, Rotten Roddy, focus. It's got this stupid thing. We can throw that away. Away with you. Harrison Ford in a creepy performance. Very clean disc. Very clean disc. And Michelle Pfeiffer. What Lies Beneath. I don't know why. Have I been saying this title into my phone recently? Because lately I've been having this come up in videos. What Lies Beneath. Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer. It's a thriller with, I guess, paranormal. Kind of trying to find out who murdered who and what happened, what really was going on. Some weird shit happens in this movie. But obviously got Harrison Ford in here, who's not as maybe innocent as you think. But yeah, classic. What year was that? 2000 again. Michelle Pfeiffer. When she was still, in her prime. What Lies Beneath. A thriller slash, I don't know if I'd call it horror adjacent maybe. Robert Zemeckis. There you go. And you got Robert Zemeckis, who obviously made very good films. These days we just have trash cinema, it feels like. It just feels like directors just don't know what they're doing. Writers don't know what they're doing. Actors are just doing what they're told. And trying to spruik the film is really good once they've done it. Very clean disc for the next one. The next one I've got, someone saw that I'd collected this recently and said, great movie, awesome movie. But you've got a classic movie here from the original made into a fresh movie called Red Dragon. It is the single disc edition, unfortunately. The first and most terrifying chapter in the Hannibal Lecter trilogy. Red Dragon. I think this is meant to be a prequel of sorts. This doesn't have a whole lot of anything on it in terms of extra special. It's got a feature commentary with director Brett Ratner and Ted Talley. Music score commentary with composer Danny Elfman, and that's it. You must go back to the beginning. Now, going back to the beginning has been done before. But, and probably better than this can describe, but yeah, good movie. Good movie. Had to have it. All right, the very last one of the ones I found is actually one set with sparkles that has 4 movies on it. Interestingly enough, I bet you're curious. You curious? Carry On Christmas. I've been collecting the Carry On movies. I grew up with the Carry On movies. God knows why. I grew up in a religious household. I wasn't allowed to watch horror. I wasn't allowed to watch extreme violence on TV, but I was allowed to watch James Bond and the Carry On movies. 4 original Christmas TV specials. And if you don't believe me, they're the 4 TV specials you get. Carry On Christmas 1969, Carry On Again Christmas, aka Carry On Long John 1970, Carry On Christmas, aka Carry On Stuffing 1972, and Carry On Christmas 1973. Obviously, most part it's just gaffes and silliness, but you do get your share of boobs. Get your share of boobs. This is actually a 2-disc edition. I don't think I checked the discs, did I? A bit smudgy in places, but clean. Anybody else grew up on the Carry On movies? Very clean on the second disc. So they come like that. It comes with a little booklet sleeve thing. Actually has a lot of writing in it. Wow, it's actually quite thick. Quite thick. This Carol Christmas one. It comes a little booklet there. I don't think it shows anything. No. It won't show anything. There were always, when you watch these movies, there was always at least one or two scenes, you'd have to watch the whole movie to get to that point, where boobs would come out. Just be one moment. I think as kids, we always were like, here it comes. But it's got sparkles. Look at the sparkles. It's just so sparkly. Carry On Christmas. I've got a few carry-ons up there, some multi-disc sets. So that will join those, which is awesome. All right, so that's all of the ones that I bought recently. Let's talk about the ones that I already own that I'm taking out of this shelf right there because it's being changed to a Blu-ray shelf. Hang on. First one, A Scanner Darkly. Keanu Reeves from memory. Robert Downey Jr., Woody Harrelson, Winona Ryder, and Rory Cochrane. Based on a Philip K. Dick book, I do believe. I used to love reading Philip K. Dick. A great author. Yes, Philip K. Dick. From a novel by Philip K. Dick, sci-fi legend whose works to film include Blade Runner, Total Recall, and Minority Report, comes A Scanner Darkly. I think A Scanner Darkly was a short novel, from memory. And the stickers are still on here. It says $1 on the front. It's like is it the word rotoscoped? No, that's making toys. It's been animated by using, the footage of real people, basically. The next one I have is Cypher, from the director of Cube. I have Cube 1 and Cube 2, but DVD only. Jeremy Northam, Lucy Liu, Never Forget Who You Are. Paid $1 for that as well. Cypher. I don't know. Umbrella, did you re-release this? You did a Cypher, but it might have been an older Cypher. I don't recall this movie. This is a movie I haven't seen. That I recall, anyway. Disc is, for the most part, clean. Does it have a year on it? 2004. But that could be the distribution date. The Year of Living Dangerously. Mel Gibson, Sigourney Weaver. Is this an NTSC or a PAL? NTSC Region 4. Look, I've never seen this movie. A Love Caught in the Fire of Revolution. I don't recall this movie. It's set in, I think it's Vietnam or somewhere, is it? Indonesia, sorry, 1965. Revolution is in the air. Foreign journalists covering the feverish unrest are kept at arm's length by the wary Sukarno government, but with the right contacts you can get a real story. Australian reporter Guy Hamilton is after that kind of story, but he knows the mere telling of it will betray his source. Mel Gibson is Hamilton, and Sigourney Weaver is an enigmatic embassy aide in this taut drama directed by Peter Weir of The Truman Show. In a gender-bending performance that won the Oscar, New York, and Los Angeles Film Critics Award, Linda Hunt plays a male photographer who sees his conscience as well as his eyes. This is what great acting is. Roger Ebert wrote in the Chicago Times, a magical transformation of one person into another. So yeah, it's revolutionary. Dangerous times in Indonesia. Disc is very clean. I haven't pulled this out of the shelf for a long time. Once again, another movie I haven't really seen. I mean, I haven't seen everything. This one is certainly very bad. I do believe it has John Rhys Davies in it. Maxwell Caulfield and John Rhys Davies. Really bad CGI. Oh gosh. This disc is really tightly in there. Very clean though. No who. Oh, it's Flashback Entertainment. Please don't tell me it's in 4:3. It's in 4:3. Dragonstorm. Maxwell Caulfield and John Rhys Davies. I don't know if Mr. Mark McBride's about, but I don't know if you've seen this one, Mark. Dragonstorm. It's Maxwell Caulfield, Tony Amendola, Angel, Boris, and John Rhys Davies. You don't see any of them on any of the images. Very clean disc. But this is Flashback Entertainment. And sometimes they do a good job, Flashback Entertainment, of putting things on 16:9. But this one is a 4:3. So it's normal TV. It will work really well on my CRT TV. A classic movie that I've bought many times that has always been scratched. Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan in A Night at the Roxbury. This one was a lot cleaner. It's quite clean, actually. So I bought this one because it was quite clean. Look, I don't really recall this movie, but I've seen plenty of clips from it. It looks very funny. One day I will get around to watching it. Or sell it. One of the two. I don't know. I'll keep it for now. This one, I don't really recall. I've heard of it. Everyone knows it. Everyone appears to know it. Very scratched. Jeez, I don't know why I bought this one. Well-known movie. It is parental guidance recommended for persons under 15 years. I don't know how far it goes. Up the pirate movie. Christy McNichol and Christopher Atkins. It's a spoof movie. I think there might be some boobies in it, but I'm not too sure. It's been a long time, but it's definitely a pirate spoof movie. Parental guidance recommended back in the day included boobs. Just in case you are not from that era, PG meant, hey, let your parents know because there might be boobs. There was no M back then. Dumb and Dumberer. I've seen Dumb and Dumber. This is Dumb and Dumberer. Dumb and Dumberer. When Harry met Lloyd. They missed the bus. Before the first movie, there was High School. They missed the bus. Look, I think I've seen it. I don't recall. It's possible I haven't. Either way, it's Dumb and Dumberer. Had to get it at the time. Sly Stallone. I think it's Sly Stallone. Sylvester Stallone, Burt Reynolds, Kip Pardue, Till Schweiger, Gina Gershon, Estella Warren, Christian De La Fuente. I have seen this a long time ago. Racing movie. Disc is mostly pretty clean. Driven, and a good movie from my memory of it. Anyway, get ready for the race of your life. It was $1, I think. It was $1. It was $2. There you go. You know, he stepped out of his role of action and thriller to star in that. I'm going to put this in the horror collection because I forgot I had it. Oh, except it's so tightly packed in there. Disc is mostly pretty clean. It's a Wes Craven Presents movie. I turned it down a few times. It's got Megan Ward, Billy Burke, and Terry Kinney in it. Anyone? Don't look down. It's got to go in the horror collection. $2. I don't remember. One fateful day, as Carla's boyfriend snapped photos, Carla's sister fell through a loose railing and plummeted over a cliff to a tragic death. Ever since, Carla has been haunted by visions of her angry sister blaming her. As a result, Carla has developed an unnatural and paralyzing fear of heights. To overcome her acrophobia, she joins a support group, but when the support group members start getting killed one by one, Carla begins to suspect that her sister's accident was no accident, and she has been the real target all along. So, horror adjacent, more like a thriller. Horror adjacent thriller. I guess the horror stuff will be all of the stalker / killer stuff. Arnold Schwarzenegger, mostly clean, a little bit scratchy. That was a find. Last Action Hero. I mean, I really should be owning this on Blu-ray, but he's mean and he'll blast through your screen. A classic movie. I think it was $2 from memory. Don't have the sticker on it that I can tell. I remember watching this one. I think I saw this on the big screen, actually. I saw this at the cinema. Based on the original movie, which I have seen the original movie. I don't know if anyone else has. The original movie is gone in 60 seconds. This had Nicolas Cage and Angelina Jolie. I think that's Angelina Jolie in it. Look, it wasn't a fabulous movie, but it was fun. I wouldn't say it's anything huge to write home about. Oh, hello, Claire McBride. How are you going? Mark's friend, long time no see. Mark's friend or Mark's sister? I thought you're Mark's sister. Aren't you Mark's sister? But welcome. Welcome. I'm glad to have you. I think I do remember meeting you at least once. I don't think you talked to me, but we did meet. Aren't you Mark's sister? Claire McBride? Long time no see. Yeah, long time no see indeed. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. I don't know where Mark is tonight. He's probably just listening. He's playing hard to get tonight. I hope you're well. Have you seen any of the movies that we've been talking about? Have you got a favorite movie that you really like from the 90s/2000s? If that's the era that you enjoyed the most. What are we down to? Hang on. I've got a few more here. Here's a favorite. Here is a favorite era movie. A little bit scratchy, in pretty good condition. I don't know if anyone else loved this movie, but I love this movie. Chasing Amy was not as good as this, but I love this. Mallrats, from the director of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. This movie is a real... I'd like to rewatch this again soon. In fact, I'd like to have this on Blu-ray. Mallrats. Such a weird, fun, silly movie. I used to collect comics back in the day, and there's comics are at the forefront of this movie. A really, really fun movie. It's got Jay and Silent Bob as they're in most of the movies that are made by this director, Kevin Smith. He did Chasing Amy. Chasing Amy was good too, but you know, I like this more. Chasing Amy was strictly a love movie, and I watched a lot of romance movies when I was younger. Watched a lot of romance movies, but this is just fun and silly. It's all about a bunch of losers hanging out at the mall. Very funny, very fun. And would never say no to Mallrats. Mallrats is fantastic. Once again, I'd love to own it on Blu-ray. Classic Clint Eastwood. Oh, this is a double disc edition. I've got a Dirty Harry collection building, but I think I need to get them all on Blu-ray. This is a 2-disc DVD. They're very clean. Clint Eastwood as Dirty Harry. I like the cover too. It's nice and grey and black and white. Did you shoot 5 shots or 6? Well, go on, punk. You feeling lucky? Well, do ya? Clint Eastwood, fantastic. This is a twin disc edition. I should show you the inside. If you're a film nerd like me, you'll like the inside. There you go. You got the 2 discs. So this one comes with extra stuff. Now I've been trying to join them all up. When you got a collection as large as mine, trying to find the movies that go with the other movies, because you find them separately, is a bit of a chore. I went tonight through my collection, and I was trying to find Species, so I could put Species: The Awakening next to Species, and I had to go through like a whole horror shelf. Found it eventually, but I can't imagine how hard it would be for me to do it to all of them. This one comes with an extra disc. So disc 1 has the movie, and also has a commentary by Richard Schickel, sorry. Dirty Harry's Way and Dirty Harry, the original. 2 insightful featurettes. Interview gallery. And then disc 2 has The Long Shadow of Dirty Harry, all new incisive examination of the influence and legacy of Dirty Harry. And Clint Eastwood, The Man from El Paso, probing a biographical look at the iconic movie maker's career. Can't talk, what's wrong with me? 2 discs. I'm going to find the other ones now that I've found that, so I can put them all together. I have a very strong memory of seeing the Clint Eastwood Dirty Harry sign out front of the movie, a drive-in movie cinema when I lived in the country. I was too young and not allowed to go and see it. I've got a bookend style. When I say bookend style, I mean a case that's sort of the same sort that movie rental, DVD rental stores, VHS places would have, of Halloween H2O. That's going to go in the horror collection, which I'm running out of space for. 20 years later, it's going to be one hell of a family reunion. It's got Ving Rhames in it. I think it's that Ving Rhames. There's a few different people in it. Oh, that's some people from TV. Oh, it's got people from all sorts of TV shows in there. I've never seen this, so I don't know. Blood is thicker than water. But yeah, it's got a bookend sort of. I call it a bookend because it's got that kind of, looks like a book. But they have those kind of cases in video stores. So I'm always looking for those. And a couple more. We've got South Bronx Heroes. This is just a really D-grade, Z-grade action movie. Clean disc. I don't know if it's legit. Yeah, it's legit. I mean, is it? What's going on here? What's making noises? Is my computer making noises? What's making that noise? That's playing, that's playing, that's playing. Is it my phone that's making that noise? Something made a dunk-dung noise. Yeah, so South Bronx Heroes, it's an action movie. It's got Mario Van Peebles, old school actor. Brendan Ward, Melissa Esposito, and Megan Van Peebles. I think it's his wife. Now, if you know anything about Mario Van Peebles, he did a lot of B-grade action flicks back in the day. He's very famous. He was famous for other things too, but I don't recall what they are right now. But I think his wife's in that as well. Now he's calling the shots. All right, we're nearly done. We've got 5 more. This one is a 3-movie collection. 1, 2, 3. It is a Wesley Snipes collection. This one is Money Train, Unstoppable, and The Fan. All together. Money Train's fun. It's got what's his name? Woody Harrelson, I think. Yeah, Woody Harrelson. Wesley Snipes is Unstoppable. I don't remember that one, but I do remember Robert De Niro and Wesley Snipes in The Fan. So it's just a 3-movie collection. You know, good to have. You know, I know I'll never watch everything that I own. Not at this point in time. But I've got the choice of watching them if I want. Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. I don't recall ever seeing this one. But it does have... it's got has this got Rutger Hauer in it? Interesting. It's got Julia Roberts as well. So it's got Drew Barrymore, George Clooney, Julia Roberts, Sam Rockwell. Is it Rutger Hauer in it, or was he directing it? I don't really know. Oh, I don't know who that is on the front cover, but this is reasonably clean, a bit dusty. Who's the main actor? It doesn't look like George Clooney. So is that Sam Rockwell? Is that Sam Rockwell? I can't tell. I don't recall ever seeing this. I think I've heard of it. What year? Doesn't tell me. Doesn't give me a year. Hate it when it doesn't give me a year, but it's got a lot of special features. Deleted scenes, behind the scenes, Sam Rockwell screen test, commentary of the director George Clooney and cinematographer Newton Thomas Segal, Gong Show acts, the real Chuck Barris and Stills Gallery. Interesting. Interesting. I'm not going to read all the back of that. Jackie Chan, Mr. Nice Guy. I have this on VHS and DVD. Don't have it on Blu-ray, just because it's a bit scratchy, but in good condition. Jackie Chan, Mr. Nice Guy. Fight first, apologize later. We like Jackie Chan. He's too old to do anything anymore. But he was fun. He had his time. He had his time. I'll have to clean this all up later. I've heard a lot of good things about this movie, but I've never really seen it. Oh, look, I might have. I watched a lot of martial arts movies back in the day. Double disc. Eastern Eye, so it's a proper release. Ong Bak, the Muay Thai warrior. Look, I like movies like this, but I don't know if I'll ever get around to watching Ong Bak. I have seen some of the fight scenes. Yeah, I've seen some of the fight scenes. This scene in particular I've seen. I might have seen it before. This one here. Where he's in a club and he just fights people. It's pretty brutal. But it's a 2-disc edition. So you get French theatrical cut and Thai uncut versions. You falling over? What's making all the noise over there? Got ghosts in here. Disc 2 is The Making of Ong Bak, Born for the Fight. Cast and crew interviews, fight rehearsals, and special Muay Thai fight moves, and more. I think everything's falling over here. And the last one, gee, I haven't seen this for a long, long time. I'm going to fight to remember it. But back in the day, what year was it? No, come on, no year. 16.9 transfer, it is Disney. Oh, it's not going to give me the year. Well, that's just ridiculous. I think it's 80s. Escape to which mountain? Which mountain? I don't know which mountain. A mountain. There you go. Walt Disney. Walt Disney doesn't do anything that makes me happy these days, except for the fact that we have some new things coming our way soon. Very soon, actually. In fact, I think Maul is going to debut on the 6th of April, which is 2 days away. Mr. Dave Filoni. All right, where are we at? How long have I rambled? I've rambled for a while. Oh, we've down from 2 views to 1. Not too sure who's left. Who's left watching? Is Claire McBride watching? Or is Mr. Mark McBride watching? Or have we got somebody else who's popped in? All right, so we've done Let's Get Physical Media. Thank you so much for letting me go through the ones I've found, along with the ones that I have also pulled out of my shelves. I didn't have a whole lot to show, so I do apologize. Once again, I can't spend all the time, but things are coming. I have some orders. I've got a big order coming from eBay, which was coming from Rare Waves in the UK. Something I've wanted that you can't get anymore, that is out there still. You can still get it. You just have to hunt for it. It's big. It's 5 movies in a box. That should give it away to some people in the know. That's coming. That's going to be fun, and that's Blu-ray. I've got another single Blu-ray coming, and I've got a... What movie is it that I've got coming? I've got a action horror movie. A classic one that I already own. That I'll be glad to get off DVD and put onto Blu-ray and move that DVD on. That's coming as well. But I've been waiting for that for like nearly 2 weeks now, it feels. And I wonder where it's at. That was coming from the UK as well. I'll have to see what happens with that one. All right, let us move on to the next, step, which will be news. But before I do news, let me play what I was going to play earlier. I'm going to find it first. Hang on. I have spent the rest of today outside of cleaning my yard. I pulled my pool down a while back, and it was still like, it was a job I wasn't looking forward to. I pulled it down, and then obviously you got to clean everything, and then you got to fold everything, and you got to find space for everything. It's like all the poles, the actual like pool itself has to be cleaned and dried and folded up. And then you've got like all of the decking I built around it and stuff like that. So I had to pull everything apart. That hasn't been fun. The pumps, the pipes, everything. And that's been slowly getting done. I finished that up today for the most part. I've just got the pumps put away. And so the backyard's sort of mostly back to normal. And then the rest of my deck that I built to go over that pool, I used to finish a job that has been semi-completed for some time. There's a toy shelf here, which I'll show you in a minute when I put the video up, that I've been wanting to build a top for it as a shelf. And then I've built this other shelf next to it, which you can't see, but you will, which is a DVD shelf, sorry, a CD shelf, beg my pardon, a CD shelf where it hides behind the toy shelf. Because this room, as you can see, is packed to the brim. I wanted my CDs in one spot. For the most part, it's actually packed. I've got a few more over here. But I wanted to hide it so I could drag it out. So I put wheels on the bottom of it. And it's an old red shelf that I'm going to have to like cover the redness on it, make it look a bit neater. But I was going to buy nice expensive wood at Bunnings and make a single piece at the top and make a single piece to join up to it and a front piece with a handle to drag this shelf out and pop it back in again. But wood's expensive, and I just couldn't see a better way of doing it. I didn't want to spend $100 on wood and then chop that up and need more. So in the meantime, I was like, I'm getting this done today. So I used the wood from the little deck thing I built around the pool, which was also built by me. And I had to rejig it all by hand. It was a real pain in the backside to do, to make a piece on top and also a piece on top of the sliding shelf, and also put a front on it. So I'm going to play that for you now. It's not a whole lot of time I'm going to play for. It's maybe a minute and a half. It won't show you how I built it, but it will show you what it looks like. So hang on, give me a sec. I'll play it for you now. And while I'm doing that, I'll have a drink. You ready? It's not completely done. It's mostly done. No, it's pretty much all done. I finished it today. It was very frustrating. Ready, steady, go. That's the shelf, finished. It shows it pulled out to show you how it comes out, and that piece hits. I wanted it to hit the inside. Now you'll see it working. It's a very small space underneath. I'm going to have to tidy all that up. I hope you enjoyed that. That shelf has been in my mind for like a few months, quite a few months, and I started making plans for it, but everything comes with a problem. Everything, like I couldn't figure out how to get the right height on one part of it, and the wheels raised it up too high. I had to rebuild a bunch of stuff. I didn't want to put too much weight on this glass cabinet, so I am going to have to bolt off this topping piece. I'll just play it. Let's just play it again. This top piece up. So the piece on top of the CD case, I couldn't get it to match up to the same height as the wood on above the toys, It was such a pain of trying to find the right size wood. I ended up just using some pieces of veneered wood in slices to sort of, you know, adjust it bit by tiny bit above so that I could place the wood on top, then make that little splash piece on the outside. I'd already bought the wheels and the handle from Bunnings, and yeah, it was just making it nice on the outside. That red stands out too much, so I might just fix that up with a bit more wood just to make it look a bit neater. But right now it kind of works, so I don't want to mess with it too much. It's just there to act like a single piece, and then when you pull it out like that, you can get to your CDs and it will butt up against itself again when you close it like that. So yeah, there you go. It's meant to be ingenious, but you know, I don't mind the rustic look because I built the horror shelf behind it, which looks similar in terms of the wood that I use, old and rustic. But yeah, bit of a pain to build. That's my face at the end of it. Yeah, bit of a pain. Sorry, back to Roddy Cam. Bit of a pain to build, but it kind of got where I wanted it to go. I really wanted it to have a nice, clean, shiny, veneered kind of piece of wood from Bunnings on top of it to make it look all nice and shiny, but it does go with the shelf behind it. So I don't mind. Bit of a hobbit shelf. I don't mind a bit of a hobbit shelf. So that's all good. And that's the one just here, just below here. You can sort of see it. I'm moving out the wrong way. You can sort of see it just there. Yeah. All right. So let's move on to we'll do umbrella afterwards. What time we got now? 2:06. Let's do umbrella afterwards because we've only been on for about an hour. Let us first, come on, Roddy. Fuck us, Roddy. Fuck us. All right. So I wonder where Mr. Mark McBride. We've had Claire McBride U7J jump on. I don't know if you're still there, but if you are, great. But I don't know if Mr. Mark McBride's about. I was hoping he would be popping in to say hello. What we'll do now is we'll do news because I've got some news to read. I'm getting a bit exhausted talking though. I'm gonna have another sip of beer. Hang on. It's not beer. Cider. Some cider. All right, let's go to news. I promise we'll get to umbrella. I promise umbrella. We'll get you umbrella. Got a lot to talk about with umbrella. We'll share a screen with umbrella. Let's do the news. Welcome to the news. Let me change screens. Let me change screens to the news screen. Hang on a second. Nope. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's go. I've gone too far. There we go. It's so bright. I wish I could blacken the background. So bright. Let's go to desktop screen. Be prepared for the whiteness. There we go. I'm down here. Hello. Hello down here. Have you guessed the movie up here yet? I don't know that you would have. Oh, the movie's giving itself away. Let's press play again. It's not a very long movie. Let's play that movie again. All right. Here we have Dave Filoni. This is through the Direct that I read this article. Through the Direct. Dave Filoni makes first major Star Wars move as Lucasfilm president. Dave Filoni was only recently appointed as co-CEO of Lucasfilm, and he's already making bold moves. Scroll down. There's the man in question. Dave Filoni has made his first major move during his presidency at Lucasfilm. Kathleen Kennedy stepped down after over a decade in the role early in 2026. Thank God for that. Goodbye, Kathleen Kennedy. She's still going to be a producer. So she's still going to inflict her stupidity on the world, but that's okay. She can do that in her own time. His first major move during his presidency at Lucasfilms, Kathleen Kennedy stepped down after over a decade in the role earlier in 2026, appointing Filoni as president and chief creative officer, along with Lin-Wen Brennan as co-president. She deals with mostly the financial and business side of things. Dave Filoni is obviously the head CEO and she's the co-CEO, and he's the CEO and creative officer. So he obviously oversees more of the creative side of things, which suits his MO as a animator and a film director and producer. There's been barely anything Star Wars related to report on in the months since his leadership. This leadership transition took place, but Filoni is already moving to secure the future of one of his shows. Filoni recently confirmed his first series renewal since his promotion to president at Lucasfilm, with Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord set to receive a second season via StarWars.com. Now, it's very unusual that a show has a second season before fully airing, but he's confirmed the show will continue. Now, the way I see this, and I'm just digressing here away from the conversation, is that he comes from an animation background. So he did the Clone Wars, he did a bunch of other stuff. I think he did Rebels as well. Maybe he did Bad Batch, I don't recall. But he comes from a prestigious background of animation within Lucasfilm, and he was a protege of George Lucas. So for him to secure a second season is it's not just a bold move, it's a sensible move, because if you're going to produce a show that's going to have longevity, and one of the things that Lucasfilm has not been doing over the years is that they've not been planning for the future. If you watch the sequel movies, they were not planned. None of them were planned. They were made just ad hoc as they were at the time. Everything changed. Every movie changed. All of the directors changed. The script changed. The characters changed. The plots and the adversaries and the reason for being changed. Everything was sort of just kind of shit, to be honest. Whereas Filoni comes from a background where he plans for the future, where he wants to see a series develop, where he wants to see characters move forward, a story to have, a length of time to work. So it makes sense for me to see this as Filoni saying, well, we've made series 1 or season 1 of Maul. We're going to continue Maul. Maul's going to continue. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you do, you do. But we've got a story in mind. That story is going to play out. I see that as a good thing, to be honest, because at least then he's focusing on story. I should hope so anyway. I haven't seen more yet. It opens in 2 days. I do believe it's April 6th. Filoni recently confirmed his first series renewal since his promotion to president at Lucasfilm, with Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord set to receive a second season via StarWars.com. This comes ahead of Maul Shadow Lord's Season 1 start on April 6, making it the first Star Wars show to receive a renewal before its first season has aired. Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord is a new series from Lucasfilm Animation, slotting in between other animated Star Wars series, The Clone Wars, The Bad Batch, and Star Wars Rebels. The series tells some of the untold stories of the Sith Lord, Darth Maul, as he attempts to gain power on Janix after many attempts on his life, and his divergence from his master, Darth Sidious. The series is created and produced by Filoni and continues the creative's long-standing work in Lucasfilm Animation. Before he was involved in the live-action side of Star Wars: The Mandalorian and Ahsoka, Filoni was one of the main shepherds on the animation side, helping to create Star Wars Rebels and The Bad Batch. Maul, Shadow Lord, and The Mandalorian and Grogu will be the first Star Wars releases under Filoni and Brennan's tenure, and the reception to both could drastically alter the future of the galaxy far, far away. The Mandalorian and Grogu is an example of a live-action Star Wars series transitioning into a movie, and its outcome will determine whether the franchise continues. Maul Shadow Lord is the latest gem from Lucasfilm Animation, and its fate has now been sealed as a recurring Star Wars project. Despite it being a bold move to renew the show before Season 1 has aired, it's not all that surprising given Filoni's investment in the project. It may also be a sign of what's to come in the Filoni era of Star Wars. did we go back to 2 because I've been on here for a long time? All right, so I think that's awesome. I think it's awesome. I think it's great that he's taken that step. It does have what other moves will Dave Filoni make as Lucasfilm president? An early renewal for a Star Wars project is basically unheard of since the company was acquired by Disney. Shows like The Book of Boba Fett and The Acolyte sat in limbo for months before they were either cancelled or shelved. And it's still unclear whether upcoming shows like Ahsoka will receive more than their current season order. Renewing Maul's Shadow Lord might signal that Lucasfilm is entering a more confident era under Filoni and is willing to make multi-year commitments to its projects, giving fans more reason to invest in them from the start. Now, the thing that's sort of mentioning is that there's been a lot of promises under Kathleen Kennedy, a lot of promises that never got, finalized or finished or actioned on. It would be like, 5, 10, 15, 20 different projects confirmed, and then they just disappear. And that's just something that needs to stop, because at the end of the day, you hype people up and then that's it. You never hear of it ever again. It's disappointing. Where are we at? The president of Filoni renewing a show he is so personally creatively involved with could also be a positive indicator for his other endeavors, such as The Mandalorian and Grogu and Ahsoka. Rumors suggest that the futures of these Star Wars projects hinge on their success. But with Filoni now in charge, there may be more leeway for them to continue. He can do pretty much anything he wants to do at this point, as long as it makes money and it's good. DC Studios has had a similar trajectory with the appointment of James Gunn and Peter Safran. Since becoming a studio head, Gunn has frequently invested in projects he is also creatively overseeing, such as greenlighting Creature Commandos Season 2, almost immediately, a show he created and writes for, and a Superman sequel, Man of Tomorrow, which he will write and direct. Having Filoni involved as an executive at Lucasfilm does come with perks, seeing as the filmmaker is so intimately involved in bringing these projects to life on a creative side, giving him a perspective beyond just business. If Maul Shadow Lord's renewal is an indication of anything, it proves Lucasfilm is going to continue to invest in its animated series well into the future, and may also look to invest in Filoni's other existing projects. Good to know. Very good to know. So I think that's pretty amazing. I just wanted to highlight that. That is my news for this evening. Let us go back to Roddy Cam before I get drunk drinking this cider.
He can't hold his liquor.
Really, it's kind of got a fruity bouquet.
It's got a fruity bouquet.
Oh.
It's got a fruity bouquet. I'm not a fan of cider, to be honest. It's kind of tarty and tangy. It's not my kind of thing. I think give me beer over cider, but there you go. I'm drinking cider. I thought it would be a good idea. I might be wrong about that. All right, let us see where we're at. I feel like Roddy really doesn't want to focus on me. Come on. Fuck us, Roddy. Fuck us. Fuck us, Roddy. I think that's a bit better. Have you guessed the movie up here yet? Have you guessed the movie? I think we've passed by the 3 o'clock mark. If I had a real clock in here, I could probably tell you. I think that because before that we were at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I feel like I've gone over an hour, probably closer to 2 hours. I wonder if I could see. Let's open up another YouTube. Let's see how many hours I've been going. Hang on. And let's go here. And let's go. Yeah. No. Yeah, view my channel. How long has this been going for? Is it not going to tell me? Oh yeah, so I've been going for nearly 2 hours, and now it's only 2 in the morning, which means that we've already hit 3 in the morning, so it's gone backwards. All right, so we're going back to 2 in the morning. Very good. All right, let's get rid of that. I don't want to look at myself on the screen. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to... Really? Where is the original? There, that's what I want. I want that. Should just give me a time. It's kind of ridiculous. It doesn't give me a time. We are going to talk about Umbrella Entertainment. I have another screen set up already with Umbrella Entertainment on it. Right there. Let's talk about Umbrella Entertainment before we get on to Toy Talk. Umbrella Entertainment, our favorite, my favorite, one of my favorite distributors, Umbrella Entertainment. Let's go to the desktop screen. There, I'm down here again. Hello, hello. All right, so here we are on Umbrella Entertainment's main website. Let's have a look what we've got going on. Now, we've obviously got our coming soons, but I want to deal with our sales. Is there a way of getting to the sales? District 13 is a action movie, Naked Weapon. Trying to find the screen that says, oh, No Escape. There's a good one. I think I recommended these guys to do No Escape. Day of the Woman. That's a brutal movie, also known as I Spit on Your Grave. Now, Volume 3 of Full Moon Fright Box. That's one I need because I got 1 and 2. I'm waiting for them to... Where's this sale? Come on, sale? Yes, this is the sale. Currently, this sale is up. Before it disappears, thus say sale orders may take up to 2 weeks to ship. That's okay. All sales are final while stocks last. $12.50 and under on selected titles. Now, I've already made use of this sale. I've bought 2 things. I will show them to you when they arrive. I will tell you that I got Master of the Universe. It's $10. $10. Come on, it's a $44.95 Blu-ray. It's a $44.95 Blu-ray for $10. Why would you not want to do that? I also got Late Night with the Devil, which I bought for Richard for his birthday, which is a $30 movie I got for $10. Now, I almost got more, but I just bought the 2. I really can't go blowing money left, right, and center. I already have the Super Mario Brothers. But I just want to show you this sale. $12.50 and under. Let's have a look. We've got Master of the Universe, 1987. Look, I don't think it's a fantastic movie, but on Blu-ray I'm sure it'll look great. I never liked time travel movies, to be honest. You know, where you bring Master of the Universe back to a city like New York or whatever. But I wanted it as part of my collection. You got Talk to Me. I'm also going to stop when it starts getting into sold outs. Talk to Me, $7.50. $7.50. $29.95 down to $7.50. The Last Stop in Yuma County is a $30 or $29.95 movie down to $10. As mentioned, Late Night with the Devil is a $29.95. I'm just going to call these $30. $30 movie down to $10. What a great deal. Honestly, when you see these deals going, you have to take them. Take them. Please. Weird, the Al Yankovic Story is a $40 movie down to $10 in 4K. Come on, guys. 4K for $10. 4K for $10. Why would you say no to that? It's $10. Even if you are unsure if you want to get it, for $10, just get it. Red Corner. I don't know if that says Blu-ray. I think it says Blu-ray, but it doesn't say it next to it. It should say it next to it like this one. That's a Blu-ray. Red Corner. $10. Was $45. Terrifier and All Hallows Eve Blu-ray, $12.50. I haven't watched any of these movies, not necessarily my kind of thing. $30 movie down to $12.50. The Thicket, that's one I would like to own. $30 movie on Blu-ray down to $10. Grafted, $30 down to $10. Revolutionary Road, $20 down to $5. It's Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. It's a $25 Blu-ray. No, it's a DVD, is it? Is it a DVD? Yeah, it's a DVD. $25 DVD down to $10. You got Stunt Rock, the Ozploitation Classic. $35 movie down to $12.50. You got Head Count on DVD. Think Fast or Die Trying. It's on DVD. $25 down to $5. Super Mario Brothers or Super Mario Bros. 1993 DVD from $20 down to $10. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the DVD from $15 down to $10. Houseboat Horror, I was going to get this one as well. $40 down to $7.50. Come on. Why would you not? I almost bought it, but I wanted to keep it minimal. What a great deal. $40 down to $7.50. Ray, the Blu-ray. Blu-ray. $15 down to $3.50. That is a good deal. I should have bought that one actually. $3.50. More World Cinema. $30 down to $7.50. The Smiling Lieutenant. $14.95 down to $7.50. That's on DVD. You should have been here yesterday. Blu-ray from $30 down to $10. You've got Terrifier 3, $40 down to $10. The Rainmaker. It's got Katharine Hepburn and Burt Lancaster. $20 on Blu-ray down to $5. You got The Beast, La Bête, Beyond Genres episode or release on Blu-ray of that movie from $30 down to $10. Leap of Faith with Steve Martin and Deborah Winger from $20 on Blu-ray down to $10. Let's go to the next page. The Pilot, A Battle for Survival on DVD. I don't know who plays in that. Is it someone we know? Can't tell. $25 down to $5. The SpongeBob SquarePants Complete Season 9. $14.95 down to $5. Really, I should have bought that because I'm collecting those as well. SpongeBob SquarePants Complete Season 10. $15 down to $5. Complete Season 11. $15 down to $5. Gangs of London on Blu-ray. $44.95 down to $7.50. Haven't seen that though. Wolf on DVD down from $40 to $5. Dune, Frank Herbert's Dune from $30 down to $10. You got Frank Herbert's Children of Dune on DVD from $25 down to $10. You got McKenna's Gold, 6-Shooter Classics, 1969 on DVD from $20 down to $10. Also Ride Beyond Vengeance, DVD, $15 down to $5. You got They Rode West, 6-Shooter Classics, 1954 from $20 down to $5. Red Sundown, 6-Shooter Classics from 1956, $20 down to $5. The Right Hand Man. This is Australian, I believe. It's got Hugo Weaving, Rupert Everett, Catherine McClements, and Arthur Dignam from $30 on Blu-ray down to $7.50. Coming Home in the Dark, 2021 on Blu-ray. You got that from $30 down to $7.50. VFW and Bliss. This is out of stock, unfortunately, but that was a good deal. I would have wanted to get that. $25 down to $7.50 on Blu-ray. Falling for Figaro. You got and this is DVD, down from $25 to $10. You got Coffee, great movie, fantastic movie, on Blu-ray from $45 down to $10. You got Sunday, Too Far Away. That's an Aussie one. $25 on Blu-ray down to $12.50. The Wind Rider, Ozploitation Classic, from $30 on Blu-ray down to $12.50. You got Black and White, which is obviously a contentious movie. You got that on Blu-ray from $30 down to $7.50. David Bowie, Just a Gigolo, $30 on Blu-ray down to $5. Amazing True Tales Volume 1. Aim at the Stars, A Man on a String. You got that on Blu-ray from $30 down to $10. Synchronic, you got on Blu-ray $30 down to $5. Hellraiser, which I own this one of Umbrellas, $15 on DVD down to $10. All right, you got Wolfman, which is out of stock. Let's not talk about the ones that are out of stock. You got Mask of Zorro with Antonio Banderas, Anthony Hopkins, and Catherine Zeta-Jones on Blu-ray from $25 down to $7.50. We'll pass over this one. ICU, which is a horror with Sylvester Stallone. Survival is a Killer. $15 on Blu-ray down to $10. Occupation Rainfall Blu-ray, which is down from $30 to $5. You got Prisoners of the Ghostland, which I do own, and that's out of stock, so we're not going to talk about it. We've got the Obviously Talk to Me, we've already done, but this one's on DVD from $25 down to $7.50. Got Black Hat, which is on Blu-ray from $15 down to $7.50. Terrifier 2 on DVD, $25 down to $10. Moving past the out of stocks. Kill Them All to Come Back Alone. I've been very curious about that movie, but that's a $20 Blu-ray down to $12.50. You've got Driving Miss Daisy, $30 down to $5. You got Fire Down Below on Blu-ray, $25 down to $10. You got Champagne Murders, the World Class Classics Collection, $9.95 down to $5. That's on DVD. The Weird Al Yankovic Story again on DVD though, $25 down to $10. You've got Ascendant, the director's cut, from $30 on Blu-ray down to $10. These are out of stock. Meryl Streep's Sophie's Choice. You got that on DVD from $10 down to $5. You got Pan's Labyrinth on DVD from $20 down to $12.50. The Blue Dahlia, it's a film noir, on DVD down from $20 to $10. Deliver Us, which is on DVD down from $25 to $10. Bush Christmas, you got that on DVD from $15 down to $5. I think that might have Nicole Kidman in it. You've got Suka from $25 down to $5 on DVD. You got that's out of stock. You got God Is a Bullet. That is $25 down to $10 on DVD. You've got Pursuit of Happiness, very sad movie, happy and sad movie, very hard to watch. Movie down on Blu-ray from $20 to $5. You got Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence with David Bowie, amongst others, on $15 down to $5 on Blu-ray. Breaking Rant's a great movie. The Merger on Blu-ray from $20 down to $5. The Possessed on DVD down from $25 down to $5. Laurel and Hardy collection, $25 on DVD down to $10. A Very Vintage Christmas DVD, $15 down to $5. The River Kings, the miniseries, I think I saw this years ago, from $25 down to $10. Little Tornadoes down from $25 to $5. Kane on DVD down from $25 to $10. Bengal Brigade Combat Classics, $15 down to $5 on DVD. Bit of Victory Combat Classics on DVD, $20 down to $10. Let's have a look what's next. Getting out of breath here. Most of these are available to buy. So you've got Dean Martin, the one and only, $10 down to $5 on DVD. Isabel Eberhardt. It looks very much like the not Out of Africa, like the desert. What's it? Lawrence of Arabia. It looks like Lawrence of Arabia on the front cover there. You got $10 down to $5 on DVD. You got Streets of Laredo from $20 down to $5 on DVD. Bo Guest from $20 down to $5 on DVD. You got Christmas Pen Pals on DVD from $15 down to $5. You've got Words and Pictures on DVD from $10 to $5. You've got Corrective Measures from $25 to $5 on DVD. You got Sweet Mountain Christmas on DVD from $15 to $5. You have got Tana from $15 to $5. You got The Unguarded Moment from $15 to $5 on DVD. You got Lawless Street on DVD. Sorry, that's out of stock. Heroes of the Somme, $10 down to $5. Apex Blu-ray from $20 down to $5. You've got Christmas Unleashed from $15 down to $5. You've got Body Hack Series 3 from $30 down to $5 on DVD. Rough Stuff from $15 down to $5 on DVD. Christmas Animated Classics from $15 down to $5. The Notorious Landlady from $20 down to $10 on DVD. Riptide from $15 down to $5. And you've got Nutcracker Suite from $10 down to $5. Don't know how many of these I'll be able to get through without losing my voice. And of Green Gables, The Good Stars from $15 down to $5 on DVD. You've got Project Eden Volume 1 from $10 down to $5 on DVD. You've got Zeroville down from $25 to $5 On DVD, you got Ray again, $15 down to $5 on DVD. Standing Up, Falling Down, you got from $15 down to $5 on DVD. You got The Bolshoi down from $25 to $5 on DVD. Southside with You on DVD, $7 down to $5. The Last Goldfish from $15 down to $5. Employee of the Month from $25 down to $5. Back of the Net, $15 down to $5. You got Jones Sutherland in Performance down from $7.15 to $5. Twin, you got from $25 down to $5. Sorry, that's out of stock, beg your pardon. Ronnie Corbett Show from $25 to $10. Birds Like Us, you got from $30 down to $5. The Mermaid Princess from $15 down to $5. Jurassic Bark, you got from $15 down to $5. Michael Crawford Music in the Night, you got from $7.15 down to $5. Amazing Aliens on DVD, $15 down to $5. Catherine the Great down from $20 to $5. It's going to stop at 9. I'm not too sure. We don't have that many Blu-rays left in here. A lot of out of stocks. You got Zach's Ceremony down from 20 to 5 on DVD. In Your Hands on DVD from 15 down to 5. The Lost Lion Kingdom down from 15 to 5 on DVD. You got Littlefoot down from 15 to 5 on DVD. Torval and Dean from 15 down to 5. You've got Peter Pan, The Quest for the Never Book, down from 10 to 5. You've got El Americano, the movie, down from 15 down to 5 on DVD. Fishmas, 15 down to 5 on DVD. You got Fish School, down from 15 to 5. Dumbo from 15 to 5. Go Fish from 15 to 5. Princess and the Dragon, 15 to 5. Gangs of London on DVD, 35 down to 10. Fish School 2 from 15 to 5. Wheelie from 15 to 5. Penguinland from 15 to 5. And you've got Ray Harryhausen Special Effects Titan. No, that's all out of stock. Let's go to 8. Oh, why didn't I see that one? That's out of stock anyway. These are all out of stock. I would have liked Dark Age Ozploitation Classic and The Visitors. I love Ozploitation. These are all out of stock, but these would have been cool too. I Trapped the Devil, Enemy Mine, except I've got that. So I'd like that on DVD, even though I'd like it on Blu-ray more. These are all out of stock. House of a Thousand Corpses would have been good on Blu-ray though. You Were Never Really Here. That would have been good. All of these are out of stock. Let's go to 9. I think these are going to be out of stock as well. All right, so that's all of the sale ones that are left. So really, you don't have that much time, I don't think. I mean, I'm not too sure how long it's going for, but really, you're running out of options for choices. So if you want something, please go ahead and jump on there and have a look. Let's go up to, should we go to collectors? These are all the collector's editions. So let's not go through all of those. So they're pretty cool. Let's go to new releases. Actually, let's go coming soon because these I'm interested in. Wrong Turn's coming up. These are coming soon or new releases. Wrong Turn 2003 4K and Blu-ray Collector's Edition is $80. It's a pre-order. These are probably going to be pre-orders. We Bury the Dead 4K and Blu-ray. It's an $80. That's a collector. These are all collector's editions. Is $80. You've got BMX Bandits 4K and Blu-ray Collector's Edition is $100. Return to Silent Hill 4K and Blu-ray Collector's Edition is $80. You got Rad 1986 4K and Blu-ray Collector's Edition is $80. I'm going to stop on this one because I want this one. I don't know how long I've got until I lose out on it, but I would like to set aside $80 for it. You get all of this. You get the movie on Blu-ray and 4K. You get the collector cards. You get the booklet. You get the slip sleeve, and you get the 2 posters and a book. Yeah, you got the book. I don't know. That's a sleeve. Does that go? That goes inside a bigger box. Yeah. Okay. So you got the slip sleeve for that, the booklet, and that all slides into the box. So that's pretty cool. Really happy with that. I'd like to get that. You can also get the $60 edition, which is just the movie. I love Rad. Rad's one of those things that's really hard to find, and if you go trying to find it on VHS, welcome to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. All right, so let me go back. Rad, you've got Uzumaki aka Spiral, that's $75. That's a pre-order. Wrong Turn 4K Blu-ray, that's $54.95. That's just the slipcase with the 2 discs. That's a pre-order. These are all pre-orders. Monsters and Curiosities, $350. That's a I don't know if that's choose options. So you get all of those. We Bury the Dead 4K and Blu-ray, cheaper version without all the extras for $40. Return to Silent Hill 4K and Blu-ray, that's without all the extras in the collector's edition, that's $44.95. You have Out There by Toei box set, collector's edition, $129.95. Diabolic Blu-ray, $29.95. You've got BMX Bandits, a cheaper version, just a slipcase, 4K and Blu-ray, $59.95. Rad, this is the 4K and Blu-ray with the slip sleeve, nothing else, $59.95. Shadow Wars, the Elusive Kinji Fukusaku collection, Fukasaku collection, sorry, beg my pardon. Blu-ray collector's edition, $109.95. So you get all of those. District 13, that's the jumping over buildings movie. That's the Blu-ray collector's edition, $90. Uzumaki aka Spiral Blu-ray on its own, $44.95. Naked Weapon Blu-ray collector's edition, $75. Tell No One Blu-ray collector's edition is $75. District 13 Blu-ray on its own is $59. Naked Weapon Blu-ray on its own, $44.95. And Tell No One Blu-ray, $44.95. So that is new releases. The coming soons, I think covers the same things. Yeah, covers the same things. Collectors. I think we just did that though. It's all the same. No, there's more. I was trying to find current. There's Freaked, All of Me. These are all different collector's editions. Obviously, you're going to range from 120, 75, 75. Quest for Fire. It says will be Demented. The Fire Within. All of Me. Freaked, which is a good one. I love that artwork on Freaked. Like Mungo. Dust Devil. GI Samurai, aka Time Slip. Like to have that one too. Bambi the Reckoning. Dust Devil. Wasabi. Kiwi Cop Volume 2. I'd like to get that because I've got Volume 1. Tourist Trap, Dust Devil T-shirt collector's edition, Dust Devil collector's edition, Cashback, Dogma, which is a hard to find movie. Obviously, they will want to re-release it. $100 for the collector's edition. Infernal Affairs, the Tox Box, Complete Toxic Avengers. That includes 1985, 1989, 1989 again, 2000, and the new 2025 movie in the box. It is out of stock. It's $160. The End Is Nigh Dogma edition for $120. It's got a lot more stuff in it. You've got Angel's Egg, $75. That is actually showing as out of stock. Angst, $80. The Resurrection of the Golden Wolf. Look at that wonderful Lamborghini Countach. aka The Golden Wolf Revives, Blu-ray Collector's Edition, and The Reef Collector's Edition. I wonder if we've got page 2. You do have a lot more things I've missed out on that I still would like to get. You've got Black Sheep on Blu-ray. You got New Extremity Collection, ABCs of Death, Kiwi Cult Volume 1, which I already own, Agitator, Full Moon Firebox 2, which I already own, The Salute of the Jugger I would love to get. Can already own on DVD. 2 lots of Salute of the Jugger. Black Sheep, that's different editions, that's the collector's edition. Cypher, I think that Cypher one is the one I was just holding before. Yeah, I think it is the one I was holding before. Naroi the Curse, Night Owls Fan Club. It's got Late Night with the Devil. And all of the posters and cards and stuff. Art Attack, Terrified Collector's Edition, Intacto. The Science of Sleep, which I never saw in my life. I had heard lots of my friends watched it. Shutter, 10 Canoes, Wake in Fright. What a freaky movie. I own that in DVD. Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, The Yabba, which is another Wake in Fright edition. Storm Warning, which I own. I don't own the collector's edition. I do own the normal slipcase edition. The Fall, You Should Have Been Here Yesterday. Control, great movie. It's out of stock though on Blu-ray. Great movie. Fantastic movie. Triangle, which I own through Umbrella. That's a collector's edition though. Intruder, which I own through, I don't have the collector's edition, but I do own the slipcase edition. The Isle, Thesis 4K, Hell House LLC, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, Late Night with the Devil Collector's Edition, Goodnight Mummy, aka Ixek Collector's Edition, Irresistible, The Chain Reaction, which I'm very curious about. It's out of stock though. The Quiet Family, The Primevals, Love and Other Catastrophes, Dating the Enemy, Darling, with Julie Christie, out of stock. JSA Joint Security Area, out of stock. The Super Mario's, I've got the slipcase edition. The Raid Collector's Edition is out of stock. Lizard and Woman Skin, which would be an awesome one, is out of stock. Upstream Color is out of stock. Little Devils, out of stock. That's Trash Humpers. Trash Humpers again. Primer, You'll Never Find Me. You've got Tank Girl, which I bought an edition of it. I don't know that I'm that happy. I might try to get that bigger edition than that. I do have the basic edition. That's not even with the slip sleeve. I missed out on the slip sleeve. I took too long making my mind up. But I'd like a bigger edition than that because I love that movie. Master of the Universe, which I own, but not this edition. Coffee, Ransom, Them, The Hitcher, which I definitely want to find. I know it's out of stock here, but I would like to find it somewhere. It's still out there in places. I love The Hitcher. Bully, The Chaser, Dead End Drive-In. Man, I want this I want Dead End Drive-In. I've been wanting Dead End Drive-In for a long time. If you own it, good on you. That's fantastic. Another Dead End Drive-In one, which collector's edition. Flesh and Blood, also another one I've been looking to get. I don't think I own it. No, I don't. I'd like to get that one. 3 films of Chang Dong. Dr. Crippen, Bluebeard, which is a good movie. I Saw the Devil Collector's Edition. Audition, Trust the Fungus, Super Mario. These are Super Mario ones. Hammer Horror Collector's Edition, 110. Stigmata, out of stock. Monkey Shines. Clive Barker, Lord of Illusions. That is a fantastic. That's a fantastic cover. Love that. Out of stock though. Red Rock West Collector's Edition. Talk to Me Collector's Edition. Possession Collector's Edition. These are all out of stock, sorry. Frank Herbert's June and Children of June Collector's Edition. Hercules Returns Collector's Edition. Pusher Trilogy Collector's Edition. Sky Pirates Collector's Edition. Oh, I really want that. I saw that in the shop and I should have just bought it, but I didn't. It's like an Indiana Jones style adventure, and man, I wish I'd bought it. Kids Collector's Edition. Dangerous or Dead. Oh, that's the Razorback one. What a great movie. I should have that on Blu-ray, but I don't. Another Razorback. Tale of Two Sisters Collector's Edition. Houseboat of Horror. Houseboat Horror Collector's Edition. Mad Monster Party Collector's Edition. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Get Weird, the Alva Yankovic story. A couple of those. A Bittersweet Life Collector's Edition. The Tunnel Collector's Edition. Repo Man movie Collector's Edition. I do have the Umbrella Blu-ray. I don't have the Collector's Edition. This is Art Collector's Edition. King Kong Lives Collector's Edition. G'day of the Dead. Texas Chainsaw Massacre's Collector's Edition. Bottle 1, Volume 1. G'day of the Dead Hellraiser Collector's Edition. G'day of the Dead Day of the Dead Collector's Edition Bundle. Hammer Horror Volume 1. Old Boy Collector's Edition. Midnight Spares Collectibles Edition. A Cloak and Dagger. I've got this on VHS. Collector's Edition. Martyrs Collector's Edition. Megaforce Collector's Edition. The Love Witch Collector's Edition. Love Witch would be a movie I'd like to get. Hobo with a Shotgun. Which edition do I have? Umbrella. I've got this one. VHS and Air Freshener. I don't have the VHS. I have the same edition without the VHS. I should have bought the one with the VHS, but you know, we make decisions. We can't go back unless there's more available. Miami Connection Collector's Edition, Suicide Club Collector's Edition, The Horseman, Galactic Deluxe Collector's Edition, The Innkeepers, Looking for Alabrandy, The Dirties, Day of the Woman, I Spit on Your Grave Collector's Edition, No Escape, aka Escape from Absalom Collector's Edition, 4K and Blu-ray. I would love that one. I love that movie. I played it on this channel not long ago, a couple of weeks ago maybe, or maybe a week ago. Ebony and Ivory, Full Moon Frogbox Volume 3. I definitely need this one. Definitely need this one. This is the next on my list of more expensive ones. You've got Puppet Master 2. You got Puppet Master 3, Slave Girls from Beyond Infinity, and you got Trances on there. So I definitely want that one. Only the Bad Guys, that's the Dirties. Super Moon Collection, that's all of this, the Full Moon Collection. Naked Weapon, District 13, Shadow Wars, Tell No One, Universal Horror Monsters and Curiosities. And this should have very little left. So then you've got Lesbian Space Princess, Uzumaki, aka Spiral, Diabolic, Out There by Toei box set, BMX Bandits. Not super into BMX Bandits, but it's a cool film. Return to Silent Hill, Rad again. We Bury the Dead again, Wrong Turn again. Man, there are so many things that are worth... Hi, Antar Banerjee. Yes, you can recommend a movie to watch. Please go ahead and do it. And welcome to the channel. What is the movie that you recommend me watch? Up for recommendations, always. Let me go back to the main menu. Oh no, films, shop. But Umbrella Entertainment is one of my favorite distributors. So if you love Umbrella, there is lots to watch and to buy on Umbrella. If you don't want to buy, I would highly recommend that you jump onto Broly. Excuse me. Broly is their streaming platform. Now, it's not available on TVs as yet as an app, as far as I'm aware, but it is available to watch on laptops, tablets, things like that. So if you haven't got that app on your... I want to postpone this. If you haven't got the app on any of your computers and stuff, I would highly recommend you get it. You can watch everything on the Umbrella catalog list, but it just has a couple of ads in between. Antar, please go ahead and recommend a movie for me to watch. I would love to be recommended something. I've got to finish this cider. Antar, recommend a movie. Tell me, man. Tell me. All right. So yeah, Umbrella, fantastic. Let's go on to... Will it take me to Umbrella to Broly from here? Can we just type Broly? I just want to show you Broly. Broly TV, Broly streaming. There we go. I'm Broly. Sorry for all of the white. And the movie I recommend is Mega Daka Tara. Where are you from, Antar? I would like to know what Mega Daka Tara is. Can we open up another screen? Mega... 1960 Bengali movie, can't find the captions version. Okay. I like older movies. I hope it's okay to watch. I'm assuming from 1960 that it would be okay to watch or show on my screen, at least for the moment. Mega Deka. Tara. Mega Daka Tara. 1960. Well, this looks like TV. Is it? Oh, it could be older. West Bengali, India. Okay, cool. So there is Daily Motion showing it. Full movie Bengali collection. I can't play. I don't want to play it on here. West Bengal, India. Fantastic. Thanks for sharing that. I do like world movies, as we call them here. We used to watch on SBS a lot of world movies. SBS is a channel on our television here. And I've watched a lot of overseas movies. I've watched a lot of them from all over the world. So I will write that down and we'll see if I can watch it. Is it more musical? I'm going to assume there might be some music in it. Is a woven around the life of a refugee family in a resettlement colony in Calcutta, uprooted from the other Bengal. During the partition, the family was pushed to the margins. Only 59. I think it's this one, man. Is a film about displacement and exile. It's about the displacement of peoples who have been uprooted in the wake of India's partition, which followed her independence in 1947. It is also about the exile of the classical, creative, and feminine principles, which, despite their nurturing potentials, find themselves being ruthlessly edged out of the socio-cultural space. It's a seminal film in the history of Indian cinema. Interesting. Cool. Thank you for sharing that. Appreciate that. There's a movie I really like from back in the day. It's also set, I believe it's in India. It's called Northwestern Frontier. Let's see if I can bring that up. If you like old style movies, can we do it from here? Let's do Northwest Frontier. It's a very old movie, 1959. Same time frame. This movie, Northwest Frontier with Kenneth More. It is set during a revolution. I think it's in India. Epic British adventure set in colonial India, where a British officer must transport a young prince and his governess across hostile territory as rebels close in. It's a really, really good movie, and it's set for a big chunk of it on a single train with one carriage on it, trying to go, I think it's backwards through the territory so that they try to avoid being captured, and they have to fight off raiders and stuff like that from the train to save this prince that's in exile because everyone wants to kill him because he's going to be the new leader or something like that. It was a long time since I watched it. I do own it. My copy isn't super great, but yeah, really cool old movie. I'm going to rewatch it again because I really liked it. Yeah, Northwest Frontier. Yeah, man, totally. You're welcome. And look, I'm not taking any kind of like side of like whites or the whites in India or anything like that, because I know there was some fractious stories that came from back then, and the British colonized everywhere. But still, an amazing story regardless, even though it's Western version, I guess, of it. But I like a lot of older movies. So if you're into that kind of thing, you give it a go. You might like it. Cool. All right, so we're just on Broly. Broly's, like I said, a version of Umbrella where you don't have to own the movies from Umbrella that they release, but you can instead stream them. So, you know what? All you have to do is watch a few ads here and there, and you can watch all of the movies on Broly. So if you are interested in Umbrella as a distributor of movies, you can actually watch everything that they have in their catalog for sale and stream them. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And yeah, of course you get the ads. You get a lot of like old school. Look, Selkie, there's old movies like Selkie. You got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You got the Miami Connection. Project Wolf Hunting. You got lots and lots of older stuff here. I think you can grab this and move them across. You got Dark Age. That's an exploitation or Australian exploitation film. Children of the Corn 2. Dead Kids. Doll Man. Crabs. I wanted to buy the Crabs DVD. I should get it because I don't think it's on Blu-ray. Long Weekend. You got Not Quite Hollywood, Terrify, Houseboat of Horror, Walkabout. You can watch any of these things. The problem is they haven't set it up on TVs yet, which hopefully they should. Look, Cut. I'm from Australia. Antar. I'm from Australia. in Victoria, Melbourne, Victoria. BMX Bandits, Razorback, Money Movers, Death in Brunswick, Hardware, Reanimator. You got some great movies here. Old School, Nicole Kidman, Skin Deep, Heaven's Burning. I'd highly recommend that if you like Umbrella that you watch Brawley. Crash Zone, old school TV shows. You got Monkey. Round the Twist was a big show in Australia. House that Jack built, scary stuff. Emu War, Sasquatch. Sasquatch Sunset. Just lots of good things. And all you have to do is watch a few ads. Look, Turkey Shoot, Body Melt. I've got Body Melt on DVD, but like that on Blu-ray. Satanic Panic. That's something I was trying to get hold of, but they sold out of them. Yeah, cool. So we're at 3 here, which I think is past daylight savings time. So I'm running out of time to watch any movie. So I might just wind it down now. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to... Oh, look, you got the whole Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collection in here. That's fantastic. Cool. I recommend you that. So what I'm going to do last minute is I am going to get out of here. Go back to Roddy. Back to Roddy. Rotten Roddy. There we go. Rotten Roddy. You can hear my VCR is now rewinding the movie all the way back to the beginning. Classic VCR. As we're going to do Toy Talk, because I've only got one thing to show, and then we're going to wind it down to good night. So thank you very much for being here. I'm well over 2 hours, I do believe now. We are going to go to Toy Talk, and I think you might be able to even see what I'm talking about. You ready? Toy Talk.
Toy Talk.
Toy Talk. Toy Talk today is one that I have found in a store. I passed by it a couple of times, picked up, put it down, and then it disappeared off the shelf in the op shop, and then I came back in, it was there again. I was like, oh, I'm just going to get it. I don't even know what it is. I thought it was like X-Men related. I thought it was like the, I don't know what that character's called. That's an alien. He's an alien, wears a big X on his chest. What's the name of that character? X-Men. The green alien. What was he called? Oh, that's not what I was expecting. What was this? Uncanny X-Men. Was it the X-Men then? Images. That's not who I was thinking. I was thinking of that alien that wears a cape. Yeah, well, I can't seem to find any images to support my claim that I'm thinking about this particular character. Alien with cape. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. It's not X-Men. Maybe it's... Interesting. Superhero. I know who it's supposed to be, and I don't see that I can see it anywhere. Wow. I might be completely wrong. There was a green superhero alien. Anyway, regardless. This guy here. See this guy here? I thought he was like a superhero. I found him in an op shop. Look at him. Look at this beautiful hunk of plastic. Look at that. Look how big it is. Look at the X on the back. It's got a chain around his... I just noticed it's a chain around his neck. Chain around his neck. He's wearing an X, so it's more like a chain around his neck. But I found out this is just like a collectible toy where you open it up and inside you got to perform surgery on a few weird bag things. Inside are figurines. But what this does is it actually opens up, and inside is our shelves. I paid $5 for this. I don't plan on using it as a toy shelf. I just liked a giant big chunk of plastic in the shape of an alien. So why did I buy it? I have no idea. Is the price still there? Yeah. $5. $5 Buckaroo Bonsais. There you go. Pretty cool. I just realized how hip-hop he looks now with his chain around his neck. I didn't notice that. I thought he was wearing an X like here. But look at his weird teeth as well. Like he was wearing an X like X-Men. But I'm wrong. I'm really wrong because I looked it up on eBay and he's actually a figure. It's got figurines inside. You just got to cut them out of plastic packets and you get figurines. Yeah, there you go. That's all I got today. So I got this character. And he's currently sitting up there on my new shelf that I just built. That moves back and forth. So, yeah, that's it. All I got today is that. We've done quite a lot tonight. We've covered a few bases. At 3 in the morning, we've got 4, 5, 6, maybe 7. I've got like 3 to 4 hours left up my sleeve before my night is over. I'd like to thank those that dropped by tonight. I haven't seen Mark, but I'm sure he'll play back this later on. He'll be replay crew. If you haven't watched this and you're being replay crew now, thank you very much. I'd like to thank, obviously, Claire McBride for dropping in, Mark's sister. And I think it's Mark's sister. I might be completely wrong, but she's got the same last name, Claire McBride. And also Anta Banerjee. So I hope I said your name right. I'm going to take your recommendation for the 1960 Bengali movie. Let's scroll back up. It's called Meg Daka Tara. I'm going to try and watch it, but I'm also going to rewatch Northwest Frontier. I'd like to do that. Thank you very much for dropping by, everybody, and for those that are playing Replay Crew the next day, thank you very much for dropping in. Anybody else who's watching this and hasn't seen it before, another great show, BZ. You've been there the whole time. You've been there the whole time. Mr. Mark McBride comes in at the very end. Thanks, Mr. Mark McBride. Thank you. I hope you get to watch it all the way through if you haven't watched it all the way through. And I think your sister dropped in. I don't know if she's saying friend, but I think sister, isn't it? I might be wrong. Hey, let me know what you think of the whole show in the chat, in the comments. And if you like what you see, please go ahead and think of subscribing. Subscribing doesn't take very long. It's a small thing for you. It's a huge thing for me at 155 subscribers and a small channel. If you don't want to subscribe, you can always like, comment, or share. Any of those things is a good thing. And I've just lost my screen. Am I a bit drunk?
What do they say? He can't hold his liquor.
Not really. I only had one-sided tonight. So, yeah, anything is a helpful thing to do. So you want to reach out and do anything, please go ahead. Any of that stuff was helpful for me as a small channel. And every Saturday night I'm in here doing the Doom vlog. We are 2 episodes away from episode 50. So if you want to go ahead and join up anytime or stand by to watch the next episode, 49, that will be next Saturday. And the weekend after that will be 50. If there's anything that you want me to do for the 50th episode, please put it in the comments. It could be anything. It could be a competition. It could be wearing a wig. It could be having a quiz. It could be just come up with some ideas and let me know. I would love to do something for episode 50 because it's been a lot of episodes of the Doom vlog. A lot. I've almost considered stopping, but I don't know. I don't know what I want to do, but episode 50 is what I want to reach, and then we'll go from there. So let me know what you think. What should I do for episode 50? I could do almost anything. We could do top musicians that we love, music that we love. We could do movies that we love. We could do characters or superheroes that we love. I'm not a huge superhero fan, but just let me know what you think I should do. Quizzes, prizes, competitions. There's stuff that we can get on to the episode that maybe you can let me know. In the meantime, thank you very much, guys, for being here. I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm just closing some pages. They're very bright and loud, and I want to close them. If you haven't seen Northwest Frontier, I would highly, highly recommend that 1959 movie. Really cool, really fun movie. And if you are not subscribed or using Umbrella Entertainment's Broly streaming service, please go ahead and do that. It's free. All you have to do is watch a few ads, and you can watch some cult cinema or anything Australian or anything like horror related. And there's lots and lots of stuff, TV shows. It's really cool. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. I do appreciate you. Roddy appreciates you. Mike appreciates you. And I know that green alien over there appreciates you too. Looking all wild and wonky. Have a look again if you haven't seen this episode, what I built here, this shelf. This has been a work in progress for a while now. It looks really nice from where I'm sitting. And I wish you all the best. Don't forget to practice peeking and take your Tamagotchi outside for some real exercise, and have a good one. All right, hug your dog, pat your mum for me, and I'll see you on the next episode of the Doom Vlog, episode 49. Love you, leave you. BZ, Mike, Roddy. Good night. Come on, focus, Roddy. Focus, Roddy. Focus, Roddy. Bye bye. Do 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 do.
He can't hold his liquor.
It's got a fruity bouquet.
Ah, cheers.
It's got a fruity bouquet.
Ah, cheers.
It's got a fruity bouquet.
Ah, cheers.
It's got a fruity bouquet.
Ah, cheers.